Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to you put it the episode up here, which is very nice of you. It's episode 21. I hope that's the right number. Watch me say the wrong number.
I promise you it's 21. I had to do it because you always say, yeah, we at episode 50.
Yeah, I really do.
But you
I
know
really
what, sir? Numbers and time is just a perception of
yes.
reality.
That was invented by the white man. So never mind. Um,
Exactly. Go ahead. Let the third eye open.
nah. I do got a good story though to start off with before we get into this wrestling talk. Um, so I went to Randy. Y'all don't know we from LA. I went to Randy's Donuts today. You
Shouts
know,
out Randy's.
yeah. Figure out it's a donut day. You know,
Well, eventually Randy's is probably going to be Adams because this has been gentrified for a while now.
yeah, no, they're not changing Randy's. The most they've done to Randy's is they've put another location over there by not on Rosecrans in Manhattan Beach. So the white
Uh,
people so the white people don't
isn't
have
it
to
the
come by
one
the
that,
freeway.
oh, okay, because I was about to say that's not Randy's, but it's something on Western going towards Manhattan Beach and Gardena, but I don't think it's Randy's.
Nah, those are just copycats. Might be Kindlers or something like that.
Do you think they ever be like, hey, can we get in contact with Marvel to thank them for that? Because since they had that scene from Iron Man 2, they've always done great business, but I feel like at that moment it took off.
Oh yeah. No, that's when the pioneers, as they like to call them, started after they saw Iron Man 2, that's when they started hitting up Randy's religiously. Like sometimes I've driven by that thing at like 1 o'clock in the morning and it's a line out there to get donuts. And it's not just the police.
No, it's
Um,
people. Like, is Iron Man here? No, Mr. Starks does not live here.
no,
He lives in, well, he doesn't
no.
live anywhere now. He stayed in Malibu once upon a time.
Donut is also not a good hangover food. It will cause a hangover.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so I'm there and it's a line. You know what it is. There's a dude in front of me and got the AirPods in, got the Gucci shoes on, the Jordan joggers, the nice little Omega timepiece. Um,
Kenny
you know,
Omega timepiece.
yeah, you know, um, the Mercedes Benz keys dangling out his pocket just to flex. No respect. But the whole time we in line, this man is impatient as hell. Just impatient for donuts.
It's a white man.
Nah, it's a brother.
Damn.
Yeah. No, just impatient. Just can't believe it. You know how black people are. If 5 minutes go by and you don't move in the line, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Are there like anybody else working here? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's five people at the register, sir.
Yeah. Like you can see, you can always know Randy's if someone's working because the windows is big and the drive through is moving, and you can always see people shuffling in there. But anyways, so we keep going and we get to the people right in front of him, and they're taking their time because at Randy's, so a lot of tourists go there and people who not from the city who just come into the city for a day or something and they just want to sightsee, they go to Randy's. It's a landmark. What you want. So they're taking their time thinking about what they want to get and all of that. And we've already been in line for like 45 minutes. So this dude just had it and he just walk off and goes and gets in his Benz and drives off. And the moment he pulls out of the drive-through, the people in front of him move away and it's my turn now. And I say all that to say rich motherfuckers are very good at telling you to be patient, wait for yours. Yours is coming. It's going to take some time until that motherfucker is in the line himself. Because that dude got very impatient and he was not trying to wait. He was looking for a second line. He was this. You know how you could see someone and you know they're a Hidden Colors watcher? This was
Oh,
that
he
dude.
wanted those. Was it
Yeah.
Tariq?
No, I wasn't Tariq.
Okay.
Wasn't Tariq. He don't have those MySpace bling effects on the earrings.
Oh, he didn't have the
But
Brian Pumper jewelry on.
No, no, no. The ones that like that look clearly like glass. They look like those crystal door handles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say all that to say, don't ever let a rich person tell you to be patient because they sure ain't patient.
Well,
Let
we
a
live
poor
that
person
right
tell you to
now,
be patient because you can relate to that.
and poor people have all the time in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
We learn it right now. We don't need to indulge or get this guy in clout because he's the greatest clout chaser in history, or at least top
Yes.
five. But he's showing you rich people, or in his case, he's wealthy. They don't like waiting for shit. You know you
No.
losing, and you just like, nah, it's a lie. I want y'all
Yeah.
to count. Yeah,
And just rich people like to be loudly wrong,
all the time.
like loudly wrong. Like, like we can all see them right 1 + 1 is 3, and we just looking at them try and make sense of 1 + 1 is 3. And you can do all this little finagling and finessing and do all this esoteric stuff. And it's like, bruh, unless you're talking about the Prince song, you're wrong. But anyways, let's get into this wrestling. So let's start with the thing that's most prescient. Full Gear is tomorrow. And I gotta say, AEW has done a good job in making a pretty interesting card. And I can't say that they have done that since their February pay-per-view. But before we get into that, and we're gonna just do the predictions. Because there is one match in here that I find fairly interesting, not just because of who's in it, because what's at stake. But before we get to that, this is like the fact that this is AEW's what fourth pay-per-view event of the year.
Yeah.
This is why you can't compare it to WWE, at least Raw and SmackDown, because you do not get like everything for Raw and SmackDown is always, you know, give the best of it on the pay-per-view. So everything is just like, hey man, just get to 2-3 weeks from now. Like once Hell in a Cell was over, it was, hey man, just get everything get everything geared up and towards Survivor Series. It don't have to necessarily be the best match. It don't have to be the most compelling thing. It just has to be
Right.
interesting enough to keep the thought in mind of like, oh, okay, this is going to happen at Survivor Series. So this is going to happen at next month's pay-per-view. AEW don't have that. So they got to give away a lot of stuff on TV. Which is why you get these like super tough fought matches on television. Because hey man, between now and February, it ain't nothing. So you just got to just start going for it. It's similar to NXT. So you get things given away.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you see they shot someone on Impact? I thought that was hilarious.
Uh, Everything that's been going on with Impact is hilarious and sad at the same time.
Yeah,
Uh, Kylie Ray, uh, all prayers and love and everything to her. I'm glad that she's actually
absolutely.
taking time out, especially how we lost a worker this year by her own hands. So
Yes.
to take time out, yeah, that's beautiful. But it's just, dude, I said it multiple times in the past like 2 weeks. It's like every down for glory. They just said fuck it. I feel like they just said, you know what, fuck it, no script, nothing. I forgot who
Well,
got shot this past week, but then it was just like, Rosemary had to go. I guess they didn't want the title on Deanna anymore, which is weird. You shouldn't have kept the title on her at that point. And it's not Impact Talk, but
yeah.
it it correlates to what I'm saying since you said with the reference. They just got weird out of nowhere. It was like Then Rich
And
Swann got the title, which I'm not upset about. But yeah, people getting shot. I don't know if they still. I haven't seen it in a couple weeks. Tap in. I actually was about to watch it, but apparently
um,
they. I don't know if they still doing TNA House as well.
I'm not certain. All I know is I appreciate when wrestling gets like strange, particularly like the Halloween Havoc episode. Like, bro, this is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to have a good time. Like, the fact that Damian Priest lost the title because someone dressed up as the Scream dude interfered in the match is insane. And the fact that
It's just like
that person is still wearing the Scream mask
whatever
while
happens. That's how they
while
feel right
playing
now.
board games with Johnny Gargano and running over Shotzi Blackheart's Tank. You are right. We got to get her to No Limit Tank. Like,
Yeah.
she absolutely needs that No Limit Tank. And it's got to be like a big like takeover thing. Like it's got to be War Games level. Just come out. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if you can get Master P to rap it, but you could probably get Silk to rap his verse.
I mean, the man of 3H's got to book that. They definitely got the money for people. So
We're going to make them say, we're going to make them say, ah.
Or the guy that does the golf TikTok songs, have you seen him? He did the song, but he made it golf. Okay, so we need Shotzi the Queen to go ahead and make them say but in the golf version. I won't sing it, but I think you should go ahead and sing it for the listeners.
I cannot.
You can't do it?
I cannot. Because
I think it'll sound like this. They could say
yeah, it just I never thought I would feel uncomfortable seeing a black person say the N-word. But that dude makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it feels the same. It feels lynchy when he says it.
It's a couple of them that say it, and then they just like, yeah, because Drewski said the same thing. It's a couple people that when they say it, it's just like, yeah, it sounds racist. He said the same exact thing. It's like you put the R in it.
Yeah.
Nigga. He said, nigga.
Yeah. And even if you, put the hard A at the end or the soft A, however you want to do it, it still wouldn't, it's just lynchy vibes coming from him. Like, I don't. Not that you got a bunch of white people around you like celebrating this, but I don't think a black person making like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill you, nigga," in that tone is something I'm all about.
Did you see when it's an article? I don't know if it's real or not. That they said in order for GameStop employees to get extra hours, they got to basically do TikTok videos.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you. I don't know if it's real or not, but it sounds about GameStop, so I'm gonna take it as real. And then my story, because I hate GameStop, I'm gonna say it's accurate, even if it's not.
Wait till WWE employees have to do TikToks just to get on Raw
Superstars?
and SmackDown. Yeah, like you're gonna see the 24/7 title defended on TikTok exclusively.
I mean, they might as well. They stopped the stream. They stopped people from streaming, so might as well go full out with that.
That would actually be kind of fire, though.
Don't give Vince McMahon any more ideas. He took the stream away from him. He took fucking what's that? I forgot the streaming service.
Twitch and
just mostly all.
Yeah, and podcasting too, though.
Yeah, because Swerve City is on WWE Network now. Excuse me.
Yep.
They got my man Isaiah here. They got his show on there. Hopefully he getting passed out from that because that's his show.
Yeah, but you can't have
him on 205 Live and sometime NXT.
But you can't have Swole on it no more.
I mean, whose fault is that?
I mean, that's Vince's fault.
Yeah, but Vince never thinks he's wrong, so.
Well, that don't mean he's not wrong. Like,
of course, but we just talked about another billionaire because Vince is officially back to being a billionaire.
Yeah, but we just Remember we just said wrong. Rich folks be wrong out loud. Loud.
Yeah.
Vince is loudly wrong. The only thing is, ain't no one stopping Vince. But this is the one thing I'll say about the election because I know I didn't want to put too much. Now that it's looking like Biden gonna win, if Andrew Yang get in that cabinet, bro, you better keep your word and go in on Vince.
Did you see everybody when Linda? Like, I don't know if people were surprised, but she's been an advocate for Trump. But did
She was
you
in his
see?
cabinet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But some people, I guess, they weren't informed by that. I'm like, bro, like she been there for a while, brother.
Yeah, you
That
thought it was.
that Lashley versus RIP Umaga match, that was just for MAGA supremacy. We just didn't know
Yeah,
because it was 13 years ago.
that's where Tarantino got the idea from Django. Was that match?
Exactly. Except for he needed a Samoan in it. But we
Yeah.
didn't have no Samoans because Samoans
Well,
weren't in the South.
yeah. Well, you know what Paul Mooney says. Samoans ain't nothing but Samoan niggas.
About accurate.
Yeah.
And if you tell them that and they don't agree, just agree with them. Just say, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I ain't disagreeing with no Samoan.
I've heard someone say nigga before. And guess what happened? Nobody did anything. Because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You can try, but it ain't gonna record the plan.
I don't resort to pistol play, so ain't much I can do there.
Right, exactly. That's all you need. You need that or a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I think
But
instead of getting my AR certification, I might just try to get a bow and arrow.
so you're gonna be the Hunger Games?
We almost there.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
telling you, when Biden get in, if he gets in, because it's not over yet. Job's not finished. But let's just say in an alternate universe, Biden gets in, he gonna say nigga one time. That's not gonna get, him his job taken away. But hey,
No,
like I
but
said, I'm gonna start. What was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
which one?
Yes. No. It was
What?
it was before Commando. It was like the one where it was playing like football, but in the future, it was like deaf football.
Oh, the was it the Running Man or the Marathon?
Yeah, yeah. The running. I think it was Running Man, not Marathon. Either way,
Zero. Now Plane Zero.
yeah. See, what if that comes back in the Biden presidency time frame? What if he brings that back? Like, fuck, we can't have NFL because the Rona has gotten to all players, God forbid. So now we got to just do this.
We're gonna go straight to murder.
We close, bro.
That's a drastic leap. I think if Trump was there, he would be more open to that.
How we know Biden that? Ain't Biden from Iowa?
I thought he's from Delaware.
Difference.
One has corn, one has water, a beach.
They got black folks in Delaware though, right?
It's right next to Maryland.
Okay, so all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that why he was saying about the whole soul food thing?
I don't know what he's saying. He was in the office with Barry and Michelle for 8 years. He got
You think he called either one of them to cook one time?
I don't know. I got to get off the election talk because this is more than I wanted to do.
We got
let's
to get
get-
some of the jokes off. You're right, but we gonna get
Yeah.
there. So I just had to get some of the jokes off.
Yeah. Back to Full Gear. So let's go through the card. Pre-show match is the NWA Women's Title. Serena
Oh
D versus
shit! They
Alpha
actually
K.
got a women's title match on there.
They got two.
World record for AEW. Go ahead.
Yes, actually.
That's the record.
Yes.
That's how
You
much
are not wrong.
sarcasm I'm gonna give it. You know, I really want to cut the promo on AEW, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm not being sarcastic in that way.
No, we talked about this last week. They have to do better. They can find 2 hours for everything but they can find 2 hours for everything but the women. Like, bro, the best friends don't need that much TV time.
At all.
Like, I like Private Party, but they don't need that much TV time.
Joey Janela.
I'm fine with Joey Janela so long as they still got Sonny Kiss with him doing the Queen and Slim promos.
All right, bro. Keep
Telling you,
going.
I'm telling you, it was fire. What else? But nah, so we got Serena D versus Allison K. And I mean, it's gonna be Serena D retaining because NWA not about to let a title change hands on another show. Like,
They really changed the titles to begin with.
yeah, they basically doing this just to, you know, establish a partnership between NWA and AEW. Like, you might see some NWA guys go over to AEW. You might see a few people who not being used on AEW at the time go pop off in NWA. And this is also a way to make sure that Thunder Rosa can be on their television show.
Did you see something about apparently Tony Khan is limiting how many contractual agreements they have with different promotions? Like they can't work, they about to limit that. So it's like you can't go to New Japan like that, you can't go to ROH, etc., etc. It'll be
Yeah,
limited.
yeah, I think they're doing that. Just I don't know why Ring of Honor. Like nobody cares. Like Ring of Honor is like
Hey. I
no,
care.
you care about
Even
Kenny
though they
King.
got a lot of nasty men on there, I like that.
You like Kenny King. That's about it.
Yeah, I like somebody else, but we gonna leave that alone as to why I can't with guys
Yeah, I know.
anymore.
I know. You thought I forgot about you? I never forget about you.
I forget that was you with the
That was you.
accusations.
You was the nasty man out here talking about how long you've been in the business. What that got to do with you being a nasty man? All it takes is one day to be a
Right.
nasty man.
One time could fuck it up for a lifetime, brother.
Yep.
We don't forget.
Yep.
And that other nasty man was there for a minute. Now he crying broke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I ain't forget about you. Your best friend on AEW. You thought I forgot?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
With the baby. You
Yeah.
saw the boy with the baby oil.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't forget your gimmick. Wanting people to sexually assault you.
Bro, that's the wildest thing. We don't need to talk about that because we've talked about it briefly when everything. Well, we've been hearing about his accusations for years, but it really hit the fan this year. Bro,
Yeah.
how did people were like? I'm surprised, fam. He had the '70s porno look. My son was up here putting the oil on himself, and then he was telling people to look at his genitals. Come
Yes.
on, man.
Yes. Like, I mean, would you have been surprised to find out Val Venus was touching women inappropriately? No.
No, but he MAGA
Well, of course he is.
selling that
Um.
mid.
Anyways, yeah, the NWA title match is just promo to establish relationships. One thing I did hear about AEW is they are being a little more careful with who they roll out on Dark because it is very clear now that WWE is watching AEW Dark.
Yeah, apparently didn't they hear somebody from AEW?
Yeah, I think it was that dude that attacked Timothy Thatcher this week on NXT. I think that was the guy. I want to say his name was Ben Carter. But,
Yeah, I need to look it up because they basically said he's an informant.
Yeah. But no. So now that, I mean, that's also a win for AEW considering that you're putting out enough talent where WWE is looking like, hey, we need to go get them from over there. So congratulations, you have arrived in a certain way.
Man, I said who they need to get. They need to get 5 people, I think I said.
Yep.
They need to go ahead and get Swole, get Nyla Rose, Sonny Kiss, and Private Party.
Yeah. Anyways, we got the first match, which is just, I guess, just the opening match, is Orange Cassidy versus someone from the Dark Order, John Silver. There's no way Orange Cassidy is losing that match. Let's go to the second women's match. That's right. There are going to be 2 women's matches on not just an AEW show, an AEW pay-per-view event.
A world record like that for them.
Yes. Hikaru Shida, who hasn't had a Dynamite match in I think a month. or over will take on Nyla Rose once again. I honestly don't know because they just don't do enough with the women, and so I don't know how this goes. I'm guessing Hikaru Shida retains just because why not?
It'd probably be a clean finish.
Yeah.
Is Vicky Kerr still her manager, Nyla Rose's manager?
Yes. Yes. Got Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in the Elite Deletion match.
Oh God! All right, I'm gonna be
Which
quiet.
I'm fine with this. This is Matt Hardy doing his deletion stuff. Those things work out pretty well. So
Matt Hardy be out here dressing like Super Mario Judo, whatever that incel black dude is. Names is. Don't you run from me, my nigga. He dressed just like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where you got his style from. But I mean, to be fair, so did Little Uzi.
Could never.
Lil Uzi be out here dressed like Jeff Hardy every day.
Balenciaga Jeff Hardy.
Yes, him and Trippie Redd. They got to come out and do a joint album with Griselda and just do nothing but wrestling themed songs.
That might be fire. Uzi and Griselda.
No,
that might be fire. Yeah, give it the benefit, bro.
All these hard body rhymes, and in the middle of it, like
yeah, we need that. We need the young and the old to collaborate.
No, you don't. Griselda and Uzi are doing fine on their separate tracks. Ain't no hate for either one of them. What is the next thing? Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, let me pull up the card as we, because I have no idea other than the main event. I think Cody Rhodes said he wanted to be number one. He said he should be number one PWI, but I digress. All right, so Matt Hardy versus. Why is it an I Quit match for Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston? There's no reason for that. Just to put Moxley over some more. All right, bet. Chris Jericho versus MJF. MJF wins. He is allowed to join the Inner Circle. Oh, it's kind of like the same thing they did with Shay in the African Only faction, the Hurt Business. He did not get in. He fainted. God is good. Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. I don't even know what the hell Elite Deletion match. The Elite Deletion should be both of them. And Hardy go home. That should be the ultimate deletion. You retire and go home. We got FTR versus the Bucksy Youth. So Only Human versus Maggot. Gotcha. Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin. Singles match. Or a singles match for the AEW TNA Championship. Or as I call it, the Budweiser title. Cody Rhodes probably going to go over in that. AEW Championship eliminated. Heyman versus Kenny Omega. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I might actually watch this shit. That's how down my Saturdays be. Ain't no sports on. I might have to watch this. Or I do like I'm doing right now and watch old Impact matches, aka TNA matches.
Which ones you gonna watch?
I'm going in chronological order, kind of. So I'm going from like 2015 till probably 2010. That whole time span. Up until Kurt Angle left. I'm sorry. Up until he left, I'll probably just watch that timeline.
Huh.
Just because. Yeah. And then I'm gonna talk about on the episode of a podcast I'm a part of as well. we're gonna talk about. I guess we just gonna talk about TNA as a whole. So when I heard that, I said, "Oh, turn that up. I could do that." Because
Yeah.
I said TNA. Me personally, I feel that TNA was better than WWE for a long period of time in the mid 2000s. Just me. Other than the John Cena programs, I was like watching WWE, but it was just like, nah, bro. You see what's going on with TNA, and maybe that's why I ride for him heavy. Still, like, nah. You see what Impact doing? I can't even say that now. They ain't got no Triple Chief.
No. No. But I mean, to be fair about all of this, um, you're never gonna beat WWE by putting on better wrestling. You're just not. Unless you're New Japan, there's no way you can beat WWE by putting on better wrestling. So you have to be strange. You have to be a little more different.
Right.
Like, you just can't. Who can put on a better match than Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns?
I want to argue and say Kushida or Okada, but
No, them I would argue New Japan absolutely can. But just another American promotion?
nah, nobody's doing that.
No. No. Who's putting on a better match than Gargano or Finn Balor?
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that match, man.
Yeah, as much as I like the dudes in AEW, they're never gonna get over on just how good those wrestlers are. They have to do extra stuff because you just don't have the budget. Anyways, moving on from that. Let's get back to this thing. You got Chris Jericho versus MJF. And if MJF wins, he gets to be a part of the inner circle, which he's clearly gonna, be the Rock to Chris Jericho's Farouk in the Nation of Domination. And yeah, I think MJF wins here because this year Chris Jericho's whole thing has been putting over other people. So why would you stop here? Particularly with MJF, who's gonna be their best wrestler for years to come. Okay. So I'm gonna just go through the other ones real quick, and then I'm gonna get to the one that I find fascinating. So Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. There's no way they're letting Eddie Kingston win that match. The Bucks versus FTR. I'm just gonna pick the Bucks because I actually think the Bucks are a top 5 tag team, where FTR is not.
Turn that up. Say it again.
Well, it's just clear. I will say this about the Bucks, and I'm gonna say I'll say what I'm gonna say about them. But the way the Bucks have been going, I like them. You got Hangman versus Kenny Omega, and Omega's your best wrestler, so it's time to get him to have the belt. It just makes the most sense. Like, Adam Page, the thing is cool, but it's Kenny Omega's season now. And this match, like, you can make the argument once again that ever since he won the title back, it is now the main title on AEW, which is the TNT Championship. It's Cody versus Darby Allin. Now, this is a tricky one to pick if you guys are out there betting, because the thing is, Darby Allin is very much over with the AEW crowd. And for those who don't even like AEW that much, they can acknowledge that that guy is good. The other thing is, Cody is also extremely over with the audience. And this is what I'll say about Cody, and this goes for Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. When they get into full dickhead personality, turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the Cody we fell in love with. That's the Omega and Young Bucks we fell in love with when they were just jackasses.
Right, in New Japan.
Yes. So if you get them being like, if this pay per view comes out with them just acting like a bunch of jackasses, I am all for that. I am
Mm-hmm.
absolutely for that. The thing that I would love even more is you let Omega beat Adam Page to win the title shot. Let Moxley win a brutal match against Kingston, and at the very end, have Cody come out and be like, "Yeah, that title match is happening now." And you let Kenny Omega leave Full Gear, the AEW champion, and they have all the belts, and they get to be dickheads. And letting those four
That'd be fun.
letting those four act like complete assholes for the rest for a long time. Now you're about to get some good quality. It's the same thing with Roman Reigns. Once you let them be the villain that people want them to be, it's going to be over. But this is also the thing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is going to be on that TBS show with Snoop Dogg and Rosario Dawson. Supposedly he's getting into acting. He's going to be on TV more in a non-wrestling capacity. So now you have to make the choice. Do you pick the over wrestler or the guy that will get your company more visibility? Which is now AEW for the first time has to make a decision that WWE makes all the time. Like, we got mad when Batista won the Royal Rumble. We got mad when, well, I didn't and you didn't, but people got mad when The Rock beat CM Punk to win the title and have Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania. People were upset about it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Anytime CM Punk jobs, I'm happy.
Yeah. But people get upset about those things. And I understand why. Because you're doing this purely for visibility. When they let Jinder Mahal win the WWE title, that was purely with hopes of expanding within to India.
Fire.
Yes. So they make these decisions all the time. You know, when Kofi won the title, he went back to Ghana. They promoted the hell out of that. When they had Nia Jax win the title, it was all about anti-body shaming, anti-bullying. They are always doing the thing that gets them the most visibility. When they signed Ronda Rousey and they had Becky Lynch surging, guess who started getting on TV more? In a non-wrestling capacity. So now, the thing is, if this was WWE, this is very easy. You pick Cody because he's going to be on TV. And you can advertise, oh, AEW TNT Championship champion Cody Rhodes. We're going to see now. We're going to see if AEW picks their ethos or their business as the primary.
They're gonna stick to the wrestling idea. Like I said, I'm cooling off because I want to take it to where I want to take it at. But they're gonna choose the wrestling side. I don't think they understand how this marketing thing will benefit them as a whole, and they want to stick to the wrestling. If you're gonna do that, just stick to the wrestling. All right, just go that route. Don't try to compete with the company you always beefing with when it comes to marketing, because obviously they're a bigger company, so you're not gonna win. Nobody wins because they're the biggest wrestling company in the world, and you're not gonna outthink the boss there. You're not gonna think the owner as well. So you go with what's best for business. Because, like you said, Cody Rhodes is on that show. I think they already filmed it.
They did, and that's something that's interesting. Like, he was never supposed to lose the title to Brody Lee. He lost it because he had to go do that show. So once he finished the show, he came back, he won the title, and I think the plan of initially at all times was to have him drop it to Darby Allin. Because, hey man, you got to take a step back for a while and get this program right. And plus, it's looking very clear within the next year, you're going to challenge for the AEW title again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's no way you make this.
Not to do it because he doesn't want to get any flack about, oh, you're the owner and yet you got the title. Me personally, I wouldn't give a damn. I mean, We seen majority owners get the title. Jeff Jarrett, if I'm not mistaken, was not. I'm sorry, not majority owner, but he had some big stake in TNA when he was like multi-time NWA title. It was like
Yep.
he called himself the king of the mountain for a reason. Right? You could just predict it, but people was upset about that, and they was upset when Triple H was getting the title in 2002, 2003, and that's when everybody was hating, saying, "Oh well, he got married to Monster's daughter." Hey man, hoes mag, get your weight up.
Yeah. Now that one is a little different because that was clear that there were some people he should have dropped the belt to, and he just didn't want to.
Not Gilbert. You can't drop the title of Goldberg.
No, but he should have dropped it to Scott Steiner. He should have dropped it to Booker T. And the only reason that didn't happen is just because he didn't want to.
Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to see Booker T as champion at that time, but how he's been lately, shit, I don't really care.
Yeah. No, to be fair, lately that sours it. But at the time, I remember watching that WrestleMania, and when Triple H won, everybody in the room was like, what? Huh?
You told that man he ain't qualified. I said, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. I was like, it's like, all right, not to bring it back to politics, but man, in California, the affirmative action hire stuff did not pass. And I was just like, ooh.
Well, brother, everything is wrestling and everything is politics. So,
Yes. That is very true. But yeah, no, I just found that match interesting because now that's the first time AEW has to make a WWE decision. And I'm interested to see what their choice is because I ain't mad at them either way. Like I said, if out of all of this we get dickhead Cody Rhodes, hey man, that's the dude who was tearing up the indies that we was like, oh yeah, this dude is fire. So
who said that? I gotta do like that meme video. Who said that?
oh, we both did.
Who?
Me and you.
About Cody Rhodes being fired when he was
Yes.
with ROH?
Yes. When he was running around in ROH, NWA, and New Japan.
Maybe I did say that, but I'm not gonna bash it. I never backtrack on what I said because if I said it, I meant it. But I mean, now thinking about it, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't fired. I just maybe because I'm thinking in the context of what he's doing now and he's been doing in the past year. But I'm gonna go back and watch some of those matches because it was cool. Like I said, it's just certain people that work better on the indie and that fit and that's better for the indie. Even though AEW basically is indie, they just got a TV deal.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, when he was New Japan from the matches I could think off the top of my head, it's pretty good. I just didn't like the spots in ROH. Like that middle finger shit used to make me mad. I'm like, all right, bro. But I guess it works if you're trying to get over as a heel. But from what
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, it was all right. It was pretty good. And I
Yeah.
probably did say fire. Maybe it was a bad poor choice of words, or just right now I'm thinking about. Like I said, I got to go back and check those matches again, just because it's been a while since I've seen a Cody Rhodes match, let alone those in New Japan, even though it wasn't like years ago. Hell, I got to remember that all build up the walls. Jericho worked in New Japan. He's been a goofy all year, so it's kind of like I've been trying to delete. And it's sad to say that I've been trying to delete his legacy out my head just because you made yourself a goofy for no reason. You really didn't have to say nothing, but I digress.
No. You're right. Not everything needs an answer, but you know, it is what it is with that. And I ain't necessarily mad at it. These wrestlers are what they are. And I would be foolish to go look at a white man and who does professional wrestling and just assume that they are not a conservative man. Like it's basically Daniel Bryan is the only one I know that absolutely voted for Joe Biden.
You're right. Daniel Bryan and maybe CM Punk.
No, CM Punk absolutely did. If he can't stand Vince McMahon, there's no way he can stand Donald Trump.
Right. I'm gonna get you and your friends.
Yeah. That's about it. Like, yeah, like I can't be certain
Daniel Bryan.
I can't be certain that
Fucking.
Seth Rollins didn't vote for Trump.
I
I
don't even
can't be
think he voted. He don't look like the type of guy that'll vote.
I can't even be certain that the Samoans voted for Joe Biden.
Bruh, I don't think they voted. And maybe I'm just being an asshole by saying that. I just think certain people just don't vote.
You know who I know didn't vote? Randy Orton.
Oh no, not at all. Cause he like, yeah, I was saying Black Lives Matter, but I didn't say I'm riding with y'all fully.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Cause you'll never understand the struggle. So I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah. I know AJ Styles didn't vote.
Oh hell. He's a fucking flat earther.
Yeah.
He don't believe the coronavirus is real, probably. No, he caught it.
No, he caught it. So it's real.
And how you know? No, I know he
Oh.
caught it, but how you know? He probably said, "No, it was just the flu."
Okay.
No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the okay gesture. I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
telling you,
I mean,
they're a little different in the South.
yeah, I know. But I mean, he living in Florida. They ain't got to wear masks down there. So, run this race at your own risk, man. Well, we say that Arnold movie, The Running Man.
Yeah.
That's him without a mask.
He actually believes that theory more than me about that's how the future is about to be. Like, he probably thinks WWE is about to be like WWE All Stars, that old PS3 game when they jumping in the air doing finishers and shit.
Oh, man, his Twitch has to be wild.
Oh, you haven't seen any of the footage?
No.
Okay, so let me give you a small breakdown. First of all, when was this, like May, June, somewhere around there? He was cutting the shoot promo about Paul Heyman being a liar. We've heard about Paulie since fucking '97. All right, bro, you speaking to a wall. We've heard the things about him lying and shit like that. All right, many of the workers said they didn't get paid and never will get paid.
Yeah, you preaching to the educated right now.
So we understand, but you still gotta elaborate because these young folk, they don't care about nothing. Even though we young, but we ain't young. We go through history. We do our Googles, and we got the WWE network. We don't ask our parents to pay for it.
And the ECW documentary on YouTube, they had all these people. Like, you know how wild it is to do a documentary that's going to be on free streaming and everybody show up. You can't everybody can afford to show up. Like, I'm talking Raven, Sabu, Francine, everybody was there. I think
Mikey Whipwreck on it.
Mikey Whipwreck. Oh, he might not have been there because he got that WWE training job, so he good.
Right, that's why I haven't heard. I'm like, bro, what the fuck happened to Mikey Whipwreck? I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still training with WWE. He might be in AEW or Ring of Honor now training, but from what I'm told, he's actually a pretty good trainer.
No, he's shit. The matches is fire. He had that off the top rope before Ember Moon, off the top rope Stone Cold Stunner.
Yep.
As his go home. So that was fire. Shit, where's Tajiri at? Oh, he back in Japan, right?
Yeah, I think he doing some behind the scenes stuff too.
Man, I wonder how many of them got CTE.
Oh, Taka got it just from that one throw out of the Royal Rumble where he hit his head hard.
Gee.
Like hard.
I was talking about my boy, shouts out to Davis that I do the other podcast with. They called us madmen. Bruh, we said Ibushi, I don't know if it's just a Japanese worker thing. Fam, they don't believe in tucking their heads at all.
Yeah.
Ibushi be jumping around, just, I bet I'm going to land on my cranium. Like, fam, you tuck your head, put your chin to your chest. That man just like, all right, I'm going to put my neck back. No, that's the opposite of what you do, my guy.
Like, why are you compacting your neck?
And it's not like it's gonna make the bump look weak. It's like, bro, you still slapping the canvas with your hands to get that sound effect out that you taking a big ass bump and it hurts. Meanwhile, protecting the back of your neck. I think that's the whole thing with Alexa Bliss and her training. Like, do you forget that part when you gotta tuck your chin? And it does take a while to get used to doing it, but once you hit the back of your head one time, you're gonna remember to do shit. It took me one time, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna start just tucking my head.
Yeah, like once you get tapped that head, on the mat real tough, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is why they tell us to do that. If you didn't know before, the idea of like, hey, my head hitting something hard, that's not that bad, right? You hit that thunk, you're like, oh, okay, no, this is bad. This is everything they said it was and more.
It's plywood too. So I think people had this misconception that I feel like I cut this promo before, but let me just reiterate. That is plywood under that mat. That ain't soft pillow. It's
No,
wood and it's a little bit of cushion, a little bit of
yeah.
fabric. But otherwise than that, that's plywood, bro.
Let's put it this way: 300, like Braun Strowman is 350 pounds. He has jumped off the top rope and landed on the mat, and that didn't break. If a 350-pound man can jump off of something with full velocity and hit the mat, and the ring underneath him, the ground underneath him does not break, that's a hard ass ground.
Right. And if he would have landed on his shoulder, he probably would have blew out his shoulder. You never put your elbow, like before you land, never put your elbow out because you will blow your goddamn shoulder out or you would tear something.
Yes.
So
But
the fact that Ibushi does that is crazy.
yes, like I know they be coming out with them ice packs at the end, but ooh.
They come out, they treat them ice packs like KG's like retirement year. Like an NBA player's retirement year. It's like 6 of them.
Remember Why the Fools Fall in Love when Frankie Lyman got slapped and Little Richard was like, "Ooh, do you need me to get you some ice?" They ain't even got to ask for it. They like, "Yep, let me get these packs ready real quick."
I've seen that movie in years, so I got to think about that reference. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like I got to picture it in my mind. I remembered it, but I got to picture it in my mind.
Yeah.
That's hilarious stuff.
You know what it is like watching New Japan matches? Remember in Creed, the first one, when he got hit and the trainer would just grab some tape like, oh, okay, yeah, they're going to need this. Or, oh, let me get this cold press out because I don't want that to swell up. That's what it's like watching New Japan matches. You know the Young Lions is on the side like, okay, he going to need some Bengay right here.
Tiger Bomb.
Yeah.
CBD.
We're going to get him some KO Pectate because he's going to have indigestion.
And you know what? We saying all this, and they probably saying, hell no, we not using any of that.
Oh, no, they got the CBD on deck.
Nah. You think so?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They've been kicking it with the triads. They didn't try the CBDs and all of that stuff. They absolutely.
Allegedly. Yeah. Nigga, you making it? I'm doing like that meme with Uncle Phil. They titled it. Nigga, you making it hot.
I ain't naming names.
You know, you said the triad. So.
Everybody know who they is. Even the police know who they are. Everybody know them.
And this funny. This is coming from a guy that's about to start a conspiracy theory podcast. So, but I draw the line at gangs, particularly the triads. I'm like, yeah, nah.
Wait. Hold on. You were about to start a podcast about conspiracy theories where you talking about stuff where you guys are afraid that, like, hey, the government can come and kill us if we tell the truth. And you worried about a gang that exists.
You know what? And I thought
it's been in 5 Yakuzas.
And you know what's so funny about that? It's like with us, you know, black people, we either when we don't know the facts, we go like, and the motherfucker, look, this is what happened. Then there's some of us that actually get down to the facts and we go full like fucking we go full like not even Lord Jamar, but we go Professor X with it. Let me give you a whole breakdown, even though he has some misinformation, but that's besides the point. But we give you that whole breakdown and give you a whole story about it, give you a timeline. So it's not like the Alex Jones thing where he just telling you, yeah, the microwaves are rotting your brain. No, motherfucker, that's that Jack in the Box you keep eating. But in the case with me, I like actually having facts when it comes to things I actually like. So I'm gonna give a breakdown of everything I'm talking about, COINTELPRO, etc. And I'm like, yeah, this would happen, this names and shit like that. Shit that actually get me out of here. But when it comes to the triads, I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair. I don't want to go like I'm holding myself because that's
not a pause.
I know.
We all need to hold each other or ourselves.
Fair. Nah, I'm just holding myself back because the same way you feel about AEW is the same way I feel about conspiracy theories.
Everything is conspiracy theory, though.
No, it's not.
How we know?
Because there's stuff we can prove. The moment it's provable, it is not a conspiracy theory anymore. It is just a conspiracy. Like COINTELPRO was a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory. A theory would be something you can't prove. Once it's a conspiracy, it is something that actually happened. The NFL colluding against Colin Kaepernick is a conspiracy theory. The reason we don't know is because they settled. And you could think, why did they settle? I don't want to get too far like stealing from your conspiracy theory thing, but the thing about that one is we don't know for certain, because the reason they settled is because they were like, yeah, he gets to look at your books. And that's one thing you never allow for anyone to do. So, hell,
Right.
they may have never really colluded, but the fact that he got to look at the books, they was going to find something, and it wasn't going to be good for them. But anyways.
I know it's conspiracy when they put them in Madden. Don't put me in Madden, bro. You can ban me from the NFL. Don't put me in. Don't put me in no trash ass game.
No. Speaking of trash, when are we getting another WWE 2K? Like, do you think it's going to be 2023?
No. Apparently they might be working on another one. Do we need anything from 2K? At this point, they can't even get NBA right. 2K21 on the PS5 looks like a PS3 game.
Yeah, it's like that until you see it live. Once you see it live, it'll be fine.
The gameplay footage looks like the PS3 game.
Yeah, but we always there's not much you can do for basketball to make it more realistic than what it is. Like, how I'll put this, I've seen people say it looks like NBA Live, and I'm like, yeah, NBA Live. Go look at an NBA Live game and tell me it looked like that. It's not that. But
to me, it looks like NBA Live, but once again, you're right. We probably got to see it in real time.
Yeah, but it'd be all right. Let's see. What else with this wrestling thing? Oh, what the hell is the Royal Rumble going to be like?
Oh, you want to look that far into the future? We ain't even past Survivor Series yet.
Nah, we got to, because this is the last month they have the Amway Center, because the NBA is back next month.
Yeah, which is very short.
Yeah, but the way the players look at it is, if it gets them to have the summer off, they're with it. That's not a position I expected them to take, but I understand it.
Will there be a summer? Everybody keeps saying like summer 2021 or 20,
no.
Yeah, 2021.
No, it's not even so much the fact that you can go out in the summer. It's just the fact that they don't have to go to work in the summer. Because someone made the point. These guys have been on this play basketball in the fall through the spring regimen since high school. They are not trying to get off of that. This is the most jarring thing ever for them. So if playing basketball again in the winter and being done in the summer is what you got to do to be off in the summer, and have that Thanos Infinity War ending where you get to sit on the beach or sit in your garden and look out, that's what you want to do. That's all you want to do. But I do know there's been some talk of wherever they're going to have the Royal Rumble, they want to do it in a different way. And for at least that event, they want to have fans. which good luck, buddy, because I don't know how you do that. I legit don't. Like WWE can barely keep their own wrestlers from getting sick. You think they're gonna care about fans?
No, they definitely gonna have it out there in Florida because they don't give a fuck. So they'll have it out there. Hell, they might have it at the Tampa Stadium. Honestly,
Maybe. I don't know if the Miami Heat is going to be around that because Miami is. I don't know if
more than
Miami.
anywhere in Florida. Trust me, anywhere in Florida at this point, they got it. They
true.
can book it there.
That's true.
We've seen from, and we don't want to talk about the election again. We've seen it from the election. We've seen it just this past year alone that Florida does not give a fuck.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you know what it is? It's not even that Florida doesn't give a damn. It's just they got the reputation of not giving a damn, so now they got to live up to it. And now they just be doing the most. Like, before, it was like, oh, Florida's a quirky place. It's a crazy place. And now the internet came and everyone in Florida's like, oh, man, we a crazy place. Well, I guess I can do whatever crazy thing I want because that's just what Florida is. That's what they expect of me. Now look at you. Look at you.
Right. But yeah, bro.
Yeah. What happened?
No, I got to cut it, so I got to edit this part out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll call you back in a minute. I got to talk to these owners, these house owners, apparently.
All right.